Not really. I've always been who I am.
Wow, you do your research.
Finally, you're working with somebody who'll give you perfect cues.
I'm absolutely okay with it.
I think that's a call he needs to take. I would love to work with him. So given the opportunity, I would jump at it. It'll be great. Why don't you, when you meet him, tell him that?
Definitely.
Hey, and I might like to work with him as well. If you're putting in a word for him, put in a word for me.
I was just doing a search on Twitter for Kunal Khemu, and there was an interesting tweet that came my way, and it said that why did he have to grow up? He was so cute as a child star. So we have with us Kunal Khemu and Amrita Puri. So how do you react to this statement? And why did he have to grow up? He was so cute as a child star. He was a big star as a.
He was adorable.
Raja Hindustani, Zakham,
and
Hame Rai Pyar.
Hame Rai Pyar Ke. And in Zakham, I was just telling him that was the best performance ever. I was very excited to work with him because I have been a fan of his from Zakham.
गणपति जी मेरे पक्के दोस्त हैं और पक्के दोस्तों की बातें सिर्फ पक्के दोस्तों को बताई जाती है.
I'm fine with him growing up. I have no issues.
So how do you react to this fan of yours?
Say that I don't know what that means, but I'm hoping it's in a good way.
Great, but I think you made a very interesting transition, and many of the child stars they have it tough because they're always compared to what they did in their younger days. But with your first film itself, Kalyug, you had a hit, and after that you've had, I think, a very fine checkered career.
जिया धड़क धड़क जिया धड़क धड़क जिया धड़क धड़क जाए.
Great. Have you seen Aisha?
No, actually, I haven't.
Okay. And but I think I'm sure that you must have heard about
Yes,
her
of course.
performance.
I
in
remember
fact,
the first comment that I got was from a journalist who was interviewing me, and he said, who's opposite you in the film? I said, it's Amrita Puri. And before I could say anything else, he said, oh, finally you're working with somebody who'll give you perfect cues.
Right.
And I said, what does that mean? He says, finally you're working with a good actor. So that speaks volumes without me having to say that, I've seen the film and she's a good actor. But I can say that she's a good actor from the experience that I've had during this film.
I think Soha is a fine actor. You worked with him in '99, so
Yes.
I'm sure that she must have given you good cues as well.
Yes, but this gentleman was also hinting at her first film.
Now we've seen these scenes of Kunal with Mia Ueda in the film. In fact, so as a leading actor, do you feel jealous and all? They are grabbing all the eyeballs. Like, do you think from that perspective?
No, I was just relieved I didn't have to do that because I'm very shy when it comes to all of that. So I'm absolutely okay with it.
When we just search for you online, we just find out that you started off with play. Kausar Padamsi's View from the Stage, I believe.
Wow,
And
you do your research.
I think one must, in fact. You've also done, I think, quite a famous Last Words is another play, I believe, that you've done.
Recently, yeah, that just wrapped up, yeah.
Right, and I believe you're doing another play shortly.
I'm also a part of this play called The Interview, which has won all
Right,
the
The
Meta
Interview,
Awards, and
The
it's
Interview, right.
been running wonderfully. I went to the Kerala Theatre Fest for it,
Right.
which was a fantastic international festival. And now I'm doing another play, which in fact shows on the 17th and 18th. So right now I'm just swamped with work.
Blood Money is coming up. Interesting sort of promos, nice promotions as well. So what sort of feedback have you been getting?
Well, the feedback's been good, but I guess the feedback that matters the most will come on 30th March.
I was talking to a friend of mine, and he was saying that Kunal has he's had only few films as far as in his adult sphere is concerned, and most of them they have been hits. In fact, even in '99 it did well. लेकिन उनके बारे में इतना ऐसा सुनने में चीज़ें नहीं आती हैं. ऐसा उनका जो खबर जिस तरीके से बनती है फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में, और पेज 3 और ये सब दिखना, पार्टीज में दिखना और कपड़े एंड ऑल दैट जैज, वो उतना उनका नहीं होता है. सो इज देयर अ कॉन्शियस decision on your part?
Not really. I've always been who I am. I won't say I'm not an outgoing person, but I'm not somebody who really goes out so much to parties and events and do's like that. और मैंने कभी ये कोशिश नहीं की है कि मैं कुछ ऐसा अपने बारे में दर्शाऊं जो मुझे खुद पसंद नहीं है या फिर मैं नहीं हूँ. I don't have that manufacturing system of manufacturing something, which I think to a certain level is very important, and a lot of people do it, and I don't say that it's wrong, but I guess I've just been lazy to not do it.
You said ardent movie lover to another. In fact, as an ardent movie lover, I have a question. You've done Hame Rai Pyar Ke and Raja Hindustani with Amir Khan. Fantastic chemistry, in fact, between the two of you. Raja Hindustani में तो आप मतलब बहुत ही ज़्यादा कमाल हो गया था.
जबान तो देखो इसकी, कैंची की तरह चलती है. कच कच. हमें तेरी तो.
ये नरम है गरम, उस्ताद का एक हाथ पड़ गया ना तो सारा भाव हिल जाएगा।
Any chances of you guys working together? Have you spoken to Amir? Do you speak to him
We
about it?
met, but I think that's a call he needs to take. I would love to work with him. So given the opportunity, I would jump at it, and I'm sure it'd be a kick-ass thing. It'll be great. Why don't you, when you meet him, tell him that?
Definitely, I
Hey,
would love
tell
to.
him
invite
I'd like to work with him as well. If you're putting in a word for him, put in a word for me.
Okay, we are like basically just publicizing both of them to Amir Khan.